breakfast, man. 2 slices of pizza and a caramel frap from Starbucks. So for y'all bitches that when I go to a public bathroom and be following me and be waiting for me around the sink, like, can I take a picture? Don't follow me because I am taking a shit. Don't follow me because I will be taking a fucking shit. Any public fucking bathroom that I run into, because I'm be running errands all day. Thank you.
Hi Fathomers, I'm back to finally talk about this damn episode. Oh my god, consider this a part 2 to the Reckless Driver review because I was really holding back. I'm sure you know why. Okay, so it's Alix's birthday and they're at the school cafeteria talking about how it's Alix's birthday and she's not even there. And for some reason Alix's brother is there too. Isn't he like 25? Yo's too grown. Maybe he was held back like 10 times, I don't know, let's not judge. Or maybe the school just allows anyone to get in. The way everyone just talks about her being bunnies so casually. Marinette says she can't come back until Ladybug and Cat Noir defeat the new Hawk Moth and Igley jump scare right when she says that, which means she'll never come back if they never defeat her, right? Wouldn't you like to know, Butterfly Girl? No, like first line in this episode and she already got me raising an eyebrow. Sorry. Oh no, you guys, what if I make sure they never defeat the new Hawk Moth and Alix dies a tragic death or whatever? That would be so sad. Lol. They film some Alix birthday content for TikTok and this goofy MF comes in and starts some bullshit I don't know. Marinette is like, damn, if only I had my eyes on the butterfly miraculous that day. Baby, there's no way you could have predicted some crazy MF breaking in and taking it from the dirty ass water that it fell into, so none of that. She gets the idea to throw a surprise party for Alix from her future self who got the bunny miraculous. Yeah, my brain fried already, sorry. Whatever, so she calls Alix and gives her a birthday hug. This long distance Yuri. Marinette is like, damn, you'll be spending the rest of your miserable life in that burrow making sure the world doesn't end, so at least let me help you get out for like 5 minutes to see your friends and family because you might never see them again unless they're in little circles around you. Alix can't say no to 5 minutes without looking over the timeline so the world doesn't end and gives the bunny miraculous to Marinette so she can go get some air. She really said no funny shit while I'm out. I know what you're like. You found a way to celebrate Alix's birthday with Alix? Baby, you didn't go, you watched it through the burr like it's Coachella and you're watching it online on YouTube. Back at the birthday picnic they're like, oh how cute, we're all here, and Igley says no they're not because Marinette is missing. Marinette texts Ella and tells her to say she's sick and about to die and that's why she can't come. Adrian wants to go check on her but obviously Ella convinces him not to because he'll get COVID and monkeypox and the plague, so he sends a voice message. Bunny Marinette goes, oh he's so cutesy, and gets her lips at the burrow to give him a kiss but catches herself being vigilant and scolds herself. I won't forget how people jumped her for this immediately because they put this clip in the trailer with no context, like okay now you all look like fools. See, like she didn't even kiss him, damn, and acknowledge that was weird, so what else do you all want from her? These MLB promotions never fail to set my girl up. Remember when Ezra Weiss said she would be crazier than ever this season right after those fake Sublimination leaks dropped where she was calling Adrian her property? Like bye. Everyone immediately thinking the world would end in this episode because she wanted to kiss him on the cheek. Okay, like if this was season 3 or 4 Marinette maybe she would have done it, but you all underestimating her growth for real. She is a changed girl. The kids are playing ball which causes Alix's brother to spill chocolate pudding on himself and has to go change. Or he could just do that 5-minute craft life hack with a marker where you draw a fuck-ass map around coffee stains on your shirt. Million shows the others the cake and of course it's bunny themed. A fucking bird poops on the fucking cake and Bunny Bug goes back to change the fucking timeline and lets the fucking bird poop in the fucking burrow, so now it's stank in there with all that bird poop. Girl, okay. Alice signifies it's time for cake and they gather, except Alix's brother leaves his pudding on the ground and Mark and Nathaniel who are coming with a cake trip on the bowl and it spills on her brother, so Bunny Bug goes back to change the placement so they won't fucking trip on it. And suddenly we're watching Final Destination, so Bunny Bug goes back again and just lets the cake spill K-pop idol style. They kinda laugh it off so it's fine, but she sees that there's an active akumatization at the same time, so she freaks out and decides to give the bunny miraculous to herself from the future right before she goes to bed so she can go as Ladybug. Couldn't she do that from the beginning so she could also be at the party while her future self looks over the whole thing? No, Anyways, about Bunny Bug's design. Bugs Bunny, no more pigtails please, it's giving cheap. At least do very high ones like resembling bunny ears or something. A million hairstyles in this world and these designers keep slapping the same old pigtails on her and call it a day. Meanwhile, Sublime gets 10 different hairstyles in her debut episode. Who, exactly? The random Sublime shade. Bunny Marinette is giving those blind box water activated dolls where you get her with a different miraculous. Ladybug only calls Cat Noir because she knows the rest of the team is at the picnic. Cool fight sequence, okay Gaggy. That's cute and all, but who the hell is voicing Chrysalis in the English dub? Like I swear that's not Lisa. Lisa, if you're watching you need to sue Ezra Weiss for giving your gigs to other people. I would be so mad, like that's your girl. They get rid of the Akuma and this guy talks shit about the pyramids, so Ladybug gives him a history lesson and told him not to rewrite history. Look how she ate that hag up. Bunnybug tucks her future self into bed and then it cuts to Lila in the catacombs writing her little novel. She wasn't there, it goes to show. But I need to check again and again and again. Oh, we'll get back to that in a second, let me recover from this gag. Marinette is like, damn, life as the bunny holder sucks, let me get this instead, and Alix is like, okay, so I'll get the Ladybug one then. And then they're like, oh yeah, I guess we'll stick with the ones we got. She hears Adrian's voice message, but I'm more concerned about the emojis above, like I need their texts leaked because what? Anyways, she goes to bed and the whole thing with Bunnybug actually happens, cutesy ending. Okay, that's the episode summer up, but now we have to talk about the elephant in the room. I know a lot of you already hate this theory and are sick of hearing about it already, but you're gonna have to hear it from me too. Ooh, where do I start with this? You know how every time there's a new character in MLB they get hit with Lila allegations? This happened to my buddy Sublime once. Now Igley's the new candidate and seeing them in the same frame, I really don't think Sublime has anything to do with this. I only kinda joked about her being Lila because I do that with everyone and their mom, but I think you can boil that down to same face syndrome. I don't think the Lila allegations were ever that serious when it came to her. However, Igley, yeah, she's suspicious as hell. We first saw her in Climate Keen looking suspicious as hell, given they gave us a frame of her looking at Weather Girl exactly like how Chrysalis looked at her later on, and with her color palette being very purple, that's kind of how it started. I know a lot of people dismiss the color palette thing like, yeah sure she's purple and emo whatever, so is Julika. But let's get a bit deeper into this, starting with Reckless Driver. She has this whole thing with butterflies that allegedly started because of akumatizations and those 3 guys trapping her alone with those butterflies at the greenhouse. She showed the therapist a picture of herself when Timebreaker was akumatized, and the lady asks what she's talking about because she's not in the picture. Character we've never seen prior to this season claiming to have been there, and the only proof she has is a picture she could have taken literally that morning. She says she was the first person to get akumatized by the new butterfly villain coincidentally. Meanwhile, she could have really just akumatized herself as the first test subject, talking about realizing that someone had gotten their hands on the butterfly miraculous while the focus is on her hands. Coincidence, right? She has an Oscar-worthy performance and makes that lady cry, makes a run for it to the elevator, and the next time we see her is after the therapist has been akumatized. Like she couldn't have akumatized her in the elevator just in time to get to the first floor and go to her bike, which is where we next see her. Some people are claiming she can't be Lila because Reckless Driver snatched her by the head and the wig didn't go anywhere. If it was a wig, for one, wig glue exists. Also, she wasn't yanked by the hair but by the helmet, so of course the hair was intact. As for the butterfly trauma backstory, it could easily be an act to derive herself from Chrysalis and butterflies on purpose, or there could be some truth in that story, seeing how she was at least appalled by the butterfly flapping near her in the London special. Maybe there's some irony in Lila's character and she hates butterflies while being the holder of the butterfly miraculous. So everything that we know about Igley could be false, and right now I really don't believe her like that. Everything she says is from her point of view down to the flashback. It's not through anyone else's eyes, seeing her mental health deteriorating as she claims. It was all her own words with no proof, and even the picture that she kept as proof from Timebreaker didn't give us anything. And in her flashback we don't see Chrysalis talking to her either. If you asked me whether I think Igley is one of Lila's personas before watching The Dark Castle, I would say it could just be a red herring, so I'm just wary of her for now. But baby, after watching The Dark Castle, shit is getting more real life here. No, because this is what I mostly cared about in this episode, not gonna lie to you. What was supposed to be Alix's episode episode turned out to be another Igley episode, and let me tell you why. Keeping all the evidence from Reckless Driver in mind, we go into this with the first scene being Igley queuing and saying how terrible it would be if Chrysalis never gets defeated and Alix never comes back. Like hello, we just started. We later see her at the party, and right when Alice says it's time to blow the candles, we see her leave the other way while everyone else gathers around Alix. If you look closely, she literally disappears and we never see her again. Not even in the end card with everyone else. Where the hell did she go? Funny that you ask that, because a minute after she leaves, Bunnybug sees that someone got akumatized. Did Igley sense that Whirr would be in Akuma near their location with her spidey senses and left without saying anything? No babes. Her leaving to transform behind some bush to akumatize the fencing teacher? Plausible. And this gag right here, her writing in her little notebook at the end of the day that she wasn't there. She being Marinette? And how would she know that? Because she was there. Foul. Igley leaving suspiciously out of nowhere, and Lila now writing this information down like it's proof for something. Oh Marinette, your time is coming. Lila is onto you. No, because think about it. She was the only one who acknowledged Marinette and the fact that she wasn't there. The only one who brought it up. And now this. Okay. Also, how many times did Bunnybug infiltrate the party through the burrow? Like, imagine she's playing with the bunny and out of nowhere she sees a pair of blue lips from some little portal right next to Adrian's ear. And when she slipped her hand to move the bowl, that's 2 times. And when she opened the portal again for the bird poop to land in there instead of on the cake, 3 times. And since Alix was not watching over with the bunny miraculous, and it's public information that Alix is Bunnix and Marinette just so happened to be sick despite being perfectly fine that same morning, 2 plus 2 equals 4. One last thing I saw people talking about is them focusing on the time on Marinette's phone before and after Bunnybug came asking for help right before she went to bed, because Lila could be talking about she wasn't there as in she wasn't at home. Do with that what you will. She was locked up in her house for months. And so was Lila for multiple seasons. Alright, people's strongest argument when it comes to Igley not being Lila is that they looked nothing alike. Different skin tones, different eye shapes. Lila's are more sharp while Igley's are more downturned and puppy-like, and Igley looking shorter. We're talking about Lila Rossi, mind you. We've seen her in heels for 5 seasons, we've seen makeup palettes all over her place in the catacombs. We've seen her in wigs and contacts, and yet all think she can't do drag level makeup. Honey, let me tell you something, Lila is a drag queen. Alec is her drag mother, and she was even watching his show in the season 5 finale like hello. All jokes aside, she said herself multiple times that she's a chameleon. She's everywhere and nowhere and everyone and no one all at once. Whatever that means, her whole gimmick is being a chameleon. She can make herself look lighter with tone-up cream and white foundation. If Espa's makeup artist can, so can she. Long ass bangs that go the opposite way that her bangs normally do, so her face looks smaller. Heavy makeup and glows that swallow her. The appearance thing isn't even the most damning piece of evidence, but a lot of people have been arguing over this one edit of Igley's side profile over Chrysalis lining up perfectly, and others are clowning this, saying you can do this with Marinette's side profile over Chrysalis too, so that doesn't mean anything. Honestly, this feels like 2016 again. Hello, Gabriel is Hawkmoth Theories. I'm loving this. That's all we have for now, and all I'm gonna say is whether she's Lila or works for Lila, she's suspicious as fuck and I don't trust her. She's so funny though, like oh and my god guys, imagine if they never defeat Chrysalis and Alix stays in solitary confinement forever. Like wow, she wanted to be an engineer, that's too bad. I feel like I did years back when the Sandy Adrian theory was fresh and everyone was shitting on it, calling all the Santi truthers delusional, but look at us now. I'm calling it. This is going to be like the Santi Adrian theory all over again, just wait and see. At the end of the day, we're having fun with this theory and that's all that matters. Like me especially, because you all know how badly I wanted to see Lila's personas fuck shit up this season only to get shit in my face, so I'll take this, thank you. Goodbye Iris Verdi. Hello Igley. Like after all, theories are what we live for, like hello. Rest in peace Manon. Is Lila theory we have a new girl in town. Lila ugly stuff aside, this episode was kinda boring and I wouldn't call it an Alix focused episode at all, despite it being her birthday episode. Like no arc of her own, no more lore, no nothing. I low-key forgot what we came here for. She got sidelined bad in this one. Igley really carried them foul. For that I'll give this episode a 6.6 out of 10. See, like most of these episodes are in the same range for me. I don't think I've rated anything less or more than 6 point something, maybe aside from 1. Also, for a time travel bunny miraculous episode, this shockingly didn't piss me off, which is a first. That's all for today. Thank you for watching, and share in the comments what you think is up with Igley and if you're convinced with the whole Igley is Lila theory. And stay tuned, because next week we're finally getting Felix's season 6 debut, which means I will be insufferable.
Oh shit! I'm so sorry. What have I done? I'm so sorry.
I can't feel my kid.
Oh crap! The tigers seem like to be, guys. I have bad nerves. I'm so sorry. Feel better, okay?